Hi everyone, this is Dango here from Rocky Valley server. In this video, I'm going to talk about the reward in Apex Arena Season 2. There are some difference between the rewards in Season 1 and Season 2. So let's talk about it. So in Season 2, you will also, get rewards if you get promoted to like Silver 3, Gold 3, or Langrisser level. So if you get to Silver 3, you will get this Mr. Dancer skin, which is very cute. And if you get to like Gold 3, then you will get the skin for Frequia. So this is a very sexy skin. I'm sure most of your guys want to get it. And if you make it to the Langrisser's level, then you will get this S2 frame, which is kind of similar to S1 frame, but yeah, it's pretty nice. So and then if you make it to the top 256 rank, then you will depends on where you are at, you will have reward of the train crystals, starting from 2000 at 256 rank to 8,000 if you are the the top player. And besides that, you will also have the secondary enchantment pack and the regular weapon enchantment pack, and you will have up to 60 SSR scrolls if you are like top 256, and then you will have up to 200 SSR scrolls if you are the top tier. And besides that, you will get a very special frame that will indicate you are like you are like top 256 or top 8 or top 4, yeah, like along with your name. And then if you are the top player, your name will be shown in the skin. So for example, in season 1, actually at the end of season 1, they released a skin for Bernhardt. And if you check this skin here, it has the name of the it has the name. Basically, these are like 4 different servers in a Chinese server. So these are the name of the champion in each server. So yeah, so if you win the champion for global server, here it will show your name. So just try to be the top player. So the other reward that I'm going to talk about is from Ancient Call. So from this Ancient Call, this is the the most important resource for you to get the secondary enchantment. So basically, in this battle or in this mode, you have 3 methods of getting this secondary enchantment. The first reward is just based on the damage you dealt to the boss. Basically, there are different level of damage that you dealt, and based on each level, you will get certain rewards. So the highest level is the ice level, which like if you deal this amount of damage, you will have 18 SSR secondary enchant and 48 or 32 of SR secondary enchant. So basically, this is the first method you can get if you cannot deal this high enough damage. Based on how much damage you can deal, you can get different rewards. And yeah, and this reward is like this reward is given by each 6 days, because each of the boss has like 6-day period, and there are 5 boss in total together in 1 month. So basically, in 1 month you will have 5 times of this type of reward from each of the boss. And then you will also have a like trophy reward, which are kind of like special tasks. You have to achieve certain condition when you do this boss event in order to finish those trophy and then get this reward. So this is the trophy reward. The other way is to try to get high rank in this boss battle. So basically, there will be a rank based on how much you dealt in each server. So this guy here, he dealt the most of the damage in this boss. And we discussed about this boss period is like 6 days. So basically, within 6 days, the more damage you dealt, the higher the rank you will be. And the higher the rank, then the higher the score you will get from the rank. So there is also a score based on rank. So if you are number 1, you get 200 score, as we can see here. If you are number 1, you get 300 score. Number 2 get 290 score. And this score is based on 1 boss battle. And there are 5 boss battles in each month. So at the end of each month, you basically add up all the score you get from each boss. So basically, if you're rank 1 in the first boss, you get 300 points. And then the second boss you are not super good at, you get like 50 rank, so you get 220 points. And then the third boss, you get like 4th rank, then you get least score. And at the end of the month, you will have 5 scores available. And then you add up all the 5 scores, and there will be a final rank per month. And then after at the end of each month, based on the rank, you will have the other reward here. So basically, if you are like if you are the best player in your server, or if you are the top 4 players in your server, you will get 6 SSR secondary enchant packs, and each of these enchant packs actually include 10 SSR enchants. So basically, if you are like top 4, you will have 60 SSR enchants in total. And if you are ranked 5 to 10, you will have 50 SSR enchants. If you are ranked 11 to 100, you will have 40 SSR enchant. So this is something like you really you want to achieve more damage and higher rank so that you can get better reward. But I think this doesn't matter that much, because those rewards, like those SSR enchant packs, for example, the difference between the first rank and the 500 rank is basically 30 SSR enchant. And if we check the boss, here, for example, if we check this boss, and if you get S rank, you will actually have 18 of the SSR enchant already. So basically, the difference between the rank 1 and rank 500 is basically the reward from 1 boss battle. So yeah, it's 30. So basically, it's like approximately 2 boss battle. So it isn't really that much. The most important thing is that to make sure you get this S rank. And if you are, if you're really good at playing this game, and if you have lot of time to try like new things, and you have lot of resources to build better characters, then definitely try to get a higher rank to get this monthly reward. And yeah, that's about the reward you can get. And then the other, I want to spend a little bit of time to discuss what is secondary enchantment. So basically, secondary enchantment is different from the equipment enchantment, which works on the equipment. The secondary enchantment, on the other hand, works on each character's job. So basically, Bozo has 2 jobs here, which is the Dark Princess and Death Lord. So in each of his jobs, he actually has 2 separate sets of enchantment. For example, now this Bozo is in this Dark Princess land. So we see these are like 5 spots where you can work with enchantments. And those enchantments will include, intelligence, magic defense, health points, like crit chance, crit damage, skill, and reduce crit chance and reduce crit damage. So there is a little bit more of more type of enchantment you can work with on your characters, so which can makes your character very different from others, because this secondary enchantment can be differed a lot from player to player. I think in Chinese server we don't yet to come up with a conclusion, what enchantment you should use on each of the character. Maybe later, we can have more of this discussion, but right now, it looks like you have a lot of options to build your character. But keep in mind that this enchantment is job specific. So basically, if the class is Dark Princess, if you do the enchantment here and then you convert your Bozo to Death Lord, the enchantment that you used in this job will not be transferred over to the other job. So you have to be careful because the resource is still limited. So you better, for example, if you focus on PvP, you better think about, what class or job your character wants to use, and then just stick on that, and then just do all these, enchantment on one class per character to, to best use your resource. Yeah, so basically this is a very interesting secondary enchant, but I think in global version, they will probably going to sell this secondary enchant pack, just like, in the global version they have these weapon enchant packs. So yeah, hopefully this will not happen, because this really makes the game kind of pay to win, because in Chinese server they don't have any of these weapon enchant in Chinese server available, or even sometimes they have it is once per month or something. But for global, we know that a big whale they can buy up to 380 SSR enchants per week. So this is a lot of enchantment for the whales, and it makes in the global server it is harder and harder for the free-to-play players to compete with the whales. In Chinese server, there are a lot of close to free-to-play players that can challenge the whale, but in global server, because the whale has super big muzzle or land use, it makes basically free-to-play players very hard to challenge those whales. So hopefully, when this secondary enchantment comes up in the global server, they don't sell this pack. This is kind of my hope, because I really, enjoy this game, because this game's PvP is very enjoyable, and the pick and ban is super interesting, and you have to be very careful about your strategy and positioning. But if you start selling this kind of enchant packs, and those whales will get 20% higher power than any of other players, then I mean you can still win some of the whales sometimes, but it just makes the game really not free to play, but rather pay to win mode. So this is not kind of the game that I really hope it goes. So hopefully when this come, they don't sell those enchant packs, but if they decided to sell that, nobody can stop them. So that's about the secondary enchant and rewards you have in Ancient Call and Apex Arena. So thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.